forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
I never want to make compromises when I play. I need every FPS I can take to perform at my peak. For myself, for my team, as well as for my viewers. Streaming always used to present me with a choice, either FPS or stream quality. I no longer have to make that decision thanks to AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors. Now my viewers get to see my gameplay smoothly. Ever since joining the team in 2018, AMD's partnership with Fnatic has given us the latest computer tech to help our performance. 3rd generation Ryzen is now the pinnacle of multi-threaded processor performance, and it's a big step up from everything else I've used before. AMD have listened to our feedback to make sure they make the best products possible so that we can simultaneously play as well as stream at the best setting. That's why I use AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger series powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. My name is Apollonia. I'll be your host and caster today, and joining me, you already know, it is CA, caster and analyst. How are you feeling today?
Really excited. We had the day off, and I can't wait to get back into action and see these teams just battle it out. For the first time in the tournament, we have the split map coming out, and it's going to be really interesting to see how the teams are going to adapt to this, given the fact that they've probably been
Choose your
doing WARD
agent.
reviews and practices on the other maps.
Yeah, for sure. It is day 6 and finally the round of 64. We had great games in 256 and 128, but now it's time to progress a little further into the tournament. This will be the only day where we are showcasing matches of the round of 64. So there are going to be a total of 6 games today. It's going to be a long day, but a lot more content for you guys to watch. Also, before we hop into the match, Series 2 is now open for registration. Links are in the description. So if you've been knocked out of this first tournament in the series, it's okay. You can sign up for the next one, which starts in September. Now, the match that we will be having first on stream is God Squad versus Red Vipers Alpha. Now, both these teams, we've seen them before. Red Vipers Alpha, they're an organization. They do have teams in many different games, and God Squad is a team that are pretty much very familiar with themselves. They do play competitively in other games as well.
Yeah, so even in terms of the compositions, you see like the teams are definitely like well versed with what this map requires. You see the Phoenix come out on both sides as compared to like you wouldn't normally see the Phoenix on other maps, and that's because like the flashes from smokes is really good on this map because you ideally want to get mid control like any other map, but at the same time, unlike like Haven or Ascent, making air B pushes from the small entryways are really optimal as well, given the fact that there are multiple entry points to the same. So it's all about like making that fast push, like making the right call. And I'm gonna be looking towards the in-game leaders of both the teams here because on Split it's way more about coordination than any other map. You want to have your entire team on the same point because one wrong peak, one bad trade could lead to like ruin.
All right. So on paper, God Squad definitely they should be the ones to show a lot more dominance over the other. They are starting on the side of attack, and this is actually the first time I'm casting on the split map. So I'm really happy we've had so many binds, so many havens, and like 1 or 2 ascent maps like after every 5. You know, so this is going to be a good one. And let's just take a quick look at the scoreboard while the teams are paused. Must be some tech difficulties, not to worry about that at all. But here we have Racy, Zephyr, Shafi, RVX, Nafi, I think his name is Nafi, and Batpar from the side of Rising Vipers Alpha. And from God Squad, we have Hell Fighter, Kappa, Deathmaker, Hell Ranger, and Rexy. So this is a cool lineup. God Squad, they are strong. They are known for having extremely good communication. They have strategy as well, and they basically know their way around Valorant and FPS games in general. As for Red Vipers Alpha, the last time we saw them in the other tournament, they made it kind of far. I think it was about a round of 32-ish or round of 64. And honestly, now that they've made it to the round of 64, they mean business. They want to win and they're in it to compete.
Yeah, it's that stage of the tournament where like every team has sort of shaken off any early rust that they might have, any sort of early nerves they might have, and they're starting to get really serious and really pumped because they want to like now that you made it to the round of 64, you made it past 2 rounds, maybe 3 even for some teams. So you want to start like getting into those really serious stages where you're matching up against teams like Velocity and you're getting a chance to get to the top of the top. It is really important that the teams which are here at this stage now, early in our season of 5 series, for which you can register now. I mean the second one, but it is really important to establish your dominance early because you want to be the team in the second series going into who people are coming to like let us scrim you, who people are looking to for what is the meta and stuff like that. The really interesting thing for me for this match particularly is that God Squad starting on the attacking side have the aggressive smoker in Omen, and Rising Vipers Alpha starting on defensive side have the defensive smoker in Brimstone. Both sort of the difference in the champions both have are individually suited to their own teams. So I think it's gonna come down to skill and the way they're able to execute it. So that's gonna be really interesting.
All right, guys. So as both the teams prep and try to get the match going, we'll be back very shortly. We're just going to take a small break.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Hey guys, welcome back, and we're back into the game immediately. 2 seconds to go for the round to start. And as we were talking about just when we went over, it's gonna be the aggressive smoker on Omen for the side of God Squad, who are making a push towards A immediately, as you see it. The aggressive smoke coming out towards A heaven as they try to make that push. 2 members going up A ramps, 3 members going straight down A long with the Brimstone trying to get the peak advantage. The Brimstone smokes have come out though, and the health advantages are currently on the side of Rising Vipers Alpha. With the trades coming in their favor, 1 member will get healed if he does manage to get low a little bit more. But you slowly see that God Squad are actually like a few members of the God Squad, including the Spike on the Sage, are rotating away from it. This is smart of God Squad because you don't want to get pinned down in the same site for too long. But the Cypher is very well established on B side, which is where God Squad are going, so it might not necessarily be the greatest move by God Squad to go directly B. You might want to go to B Heaven and try to take the advantage from there instead. What do you feel, Apo?
Yeah, I agree. And here we have Hell Ranger moving into B garage, taking out that camera and the trap wire. Very common spots, but there has been a little bit of creativity around how you can place trap wires on the side of B. Hell Ranger. Let's go. Deathmaker. That's amazing aim, and there it is. Gets that kill on Shafi. Hellfighter, on the other hand, finds 1 kill. And it looks like God Squad's already showing dominance so early. 2 members down. Ooh, Badcar takes out Deathmaker. Zephyr. And Rexy finds the kill, but only 1 man standing. Last guy, but that is Hellfighter with a triple kill. Nicely done on that frenzy. And the first point goes over to God Squad.
So that was a bit of mistake by Rising Vipers Alpha. There was only a few seconds left on the clock, and if they hadn't run through the smoke, like rushing through to find the kill, then they would have won the round. Like as you can see, the timer is running down. I get that on their side, they're probably thinking, hey, God Squad is probably planting. But we can see that God Squad was not planting and they were just waiting. So the 1 member goes down with a few seconds left and the second member just walks. Okay, my bad. The spike was actually planted in the last second, so they wouldn't have won it. But still, ideally, in that situation, when the smoke is already placed on the heaven site, you don't want to just run through the smoke blindly, especially when your teammate just went ahead of you and died. But that's okay. We see like just really good patience coming in from the side of God Squad to like hold their own and get the bomb spike planted with a few seconds to spare.
Yeah, and it's gonna be an equal for the side of Rising Vipers Alpha. God Squad gonna keep some of their own guns. No, a lot of them I actually have bought Spectres, and 1 Phantom Hellfighter got that triple kill. He's just gonna go straight in with that Phantom. Has to make it work. If he loses this on this round, if God Squad loses this round, it's not gonna be very pretty. Oh, and we can see right there on that map, 2 Phantoms. They're in it to win it. For sure. And here it is, the spray. Hellfighter finds that 1 kill, but will get taken down. Deathmaker just spraying with that Spectre, finds a kill. And everyone from Rising Vipers falling 1 by 1. Rexy. And the last man standing is Cypher on B. Just gonna make that rotate, that part. And Deathmaker will take him out. Understandable, it was an equal. And the buys did pay off for the side of God Squad.
Yeah, for sure. They lose 1 Phantom on the side of Hellfire, but like they keep the rest. And I don't think he was actually expecting 3 members to pop out there in the mid site. But that just goes to say how important mid site is on this map, because not only can you deny vision in the mid site through the various smokes coming out from both teams, but if you manage to get control of the mid site, you get control of a large portion of B through B heaven, and you're able to sneak up on A if you want to go by having access to A heaven as well. The fact that mid gives you access to both heaven sites just makes it that much more valuable. Sage wall coming out.
It's a good place. Put that Sage barrier. Blocks the mid push, because you know, if you take control of mid, you can find the opening for both B or A side. Hell Ranger in garage. He has put out 1 dark cover. Bad part's just gonna wait right round corner. And I would say patience is key. Now on the side of Split, I feel that it is very defense-favored. But that's not going to be a problem for God of War as they take out 2 members from the Vipers. And the wall is up. That's Hellfighter finding another kill, leading the charge, but Racy will pick up Deathmaker. It's a 2v4 situation. Full buy for the side of Rising Vipers Alpha. And this is not going to be good on their economy. Hellranger. Racy coming up B stairs. And round the corner. Finds Rexy. It's a 1v3. He might just take it slow or go for the save. Looking for that opportunity. But he's just going to back away very slowly and give this one over to the God Squad.
Smart right now to just sort of save the eco because they did go for a full buy round this time. And if every single one of them lost their guns, it would be really, really bad for them. The one thing I would say is that I completely agree. Like, Split is definitely a defensive, like, defend advantage map. But the thing that's happening here is that God Squad is actually the side that is being more patient than Rising Vipers Alpha. Obviously, Hell FR, he's going for these aggressive flashes into plays, which is exactly what you want to see from the Phoenix. But the rest of his team is just sort of staying back and noting exactly where Rising Vipers Alpha are making their push and where the extra members are before making the move, which is what Rising Vipers Alpha need to be doing. We see Batpar, like the way you said it, he was just sitting and waiting. The rest of his team needs to be doing exactly that. You cannot be like taking bad peeks. But now you see, like, I think they're gonna make an aggressive push into B, aggressive defensive push, because there's nobody in the mid site right now. So they're gonna try to collapse on God Squad traps.
I think this might actually pay off. I mean, the key to trying to beat teams that are so strong is to do the unexpected, the unpredictable. But there it is. What's gonna happen? Racy finds Rexy. Shafi gets another kill as well. Are they actually getting the upper hand? No, because Hellranger gets that double. Makes it a 3v2. God Squad caught off guard. Hellfighter finds another. Last man standing is Brimstone. It looked good there for a moment, but Shafi is across on the other side of the map. I would say it was a good idea. They did have the less superior guns, but it could have been pulled off a little bit better.
Yeah, since they
It was
had the less
unexpected.
superior gun- Yeah, for sure. Like as you said, right? You want to do those sort of proactive plays, the unexpected initiative plays against
Yeah.
sides that are much better than you. The only thing I would change is perhaps instead of letting the Brimstone stay on A, let him stay in the mid side, put a smoke at the place where you want to attack, and then move over back to A side. So their attention is more towards B, because as soon as the stage went down towards God Squad, all of them, like, really well coordinated, turned towards the rest of Rising Vipers Alpha, and they're able to just get the win.
Right. And round is still going on. Spike's ticking. Shafi. He might go for the save actually. I think it's best to dip out of this situation. 1v3. Not enough time left on the clock. And God Squad 4 rounds in the lead. Very dominant. They were quick to respond the moment a few of their teammates went down. Let's just see what happened here in the replay. This is Zephyr on that raise. And they come into contact with Rexy. Shafi. But Hellranger turns around and Hellfighter as well with that spray. Just takes them out one by one. Leaving that Brimstone left to fend for himself. And that is Shafi. Quick look at the scoreboard at the economy as well. Full buy since it was an equal the last round for Rising Vipers. And let's see how they fare with this one. But Deathmaker gets the first kill. Throws out the satchel, takes out that trapwire. Rexy. Finds our Nafi. Hellfighter gets one as well. And it seems like God Squad is just doing what they do. Racy does get a return kill, but Rexy is there for that revenge. And the last man standing, kind of like deja vu, it's Shafi.
Yeah, I absolutely love the way Hellranger is using his smokes. In this round especially, he is able to, like, coordinate it perfectly with covering this site while his team go for the heaven take. in last round, something I didn't notice, which I saw in the replay, was that after the Sage got killed, his reflexes must be insane because he instantly threw out a smoke towards the rest of Rising Viper's Alpha, which blinded them. And without that blind, I think they would have actually won the trade. So they're just like really well played by Godsquad. I really like when teams are able to show why Omen is a different pick from Brimstone and the way he's able to be aggressive. And they're doing that perfectly. 5-0 to Godsquad, and it's starting to look like it's a bit of a skill mismatch here.
Indeed. God Squad is very comfortable on the side of attack. And I do feel that split is kind of defense favored. But I think, you know, now that, you know, the meta is getting figured out and teams can practice combos. And it also comes, what's important is your firepower. But Racy, Hella Fighter, 1-for-1, Deathmaker here in Garage with that op, ready to make something happen. Hellray.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Spray is not gonna find anyone. 55 seconds on the clock. They're gonna take this one slow. Much slower than the other round. But here it is, Deathmaker! Insane shot on Bat Par.
You will not kill my
But
ally.
Racy is gonna pop that resurrection. It's an even scoreboard. Deathmaker has full control of B. But the spike is trapped in mid. What is Hellranger doing? Racy takes him out. And now all the members of God Squad, they have to rotate. That's one for Hellfighter. Hot hands. Just gonna heal back to health. Has Deathmaker behind him. Finds the kill. Racy with the triple, but Hellfighter gets the finishing blow. And even though they dropped the spike in a very strange spot, I think a little bit of miscommunication there, they still do take the round win.
Yeah, better miscommunication from both teams, I guess, because Hellranger shouldn't be getting caught there. He should have some backup, especially when he has the spike. But then, this is a little bit worse in my opinion. When you have every single angle covered, you shouldn't be getting caught out at all. Like right here, the Deathmaker snipes Zephyr, and then Hellfighter is able to get a double pick even though he's walking around a corner without knowing there's a person on his left and a person in front of him. This is definitely just starting to look like nerves getting to one team, while the other team, even if they make a mistake, they're able to just sort of calm themselves and take control of the map again.
And 2 kills right off the bat for God Squad. They really come this game. Phoenix just gonna retrieve the spike. Nafi. Sheriff. But Deathmaker so quick with the headshots. Beautiful Phantom. And he turns around, picks up that kill on Shafi. That's what you call quick reflexes. Flawless round for God Squad. 7 rounds in the lead.
He couldn't have a more apt name, right? Like the guy from his no-scope op kills to the instant headshots on the Phantom, like his aim is on point, and I love to see that. Like, because as a Raze, if your shooting is able to augment like the sheer firepower your abilities have, you become such a dangerous carry. Like even earlier in the rounds, we saw him sort of use the boombot as the entry fagger to like distract people. I think he might be going for a similar strategy now, where you like use the boombot to like distract everybody, and then you instantly go follow it up the way you would follow a Phoenix Flash to try and get a kill. He's peeking now. Gets the camera.
Okay. Satchel out.
The boom buddy. And wow. He used the satchel just to make it pop up. But there's a spray. Deathmaker finds one on Zephyr. Scouting the site. Cypher cage is triggered. Barrier's gonna come up. Deathmaker with the spray. That's the second kill. The spike can be safely planted, but looks like the spike is on A side. The God Squad has spread themselves out, and it doesn't matter where they are. It's a successful infiltration. 2 members left from the side of Rising Vipers. Round of 64. God Squad coming in hot. And yeah, like you mentioned, skill mismatch. Deathmaker with the triple kill. And this is going to be the 4th. No, Shafi stops Deathmaker's rampage. He's always the last man standing. It's Shafi on their Brimstone. Rexy will pick up that last kill. 8 rounds for God Squad.
Yeah, just like really well played. When a team that is on the attacking side on a defense favored map is able to split across every single entry point and still get the advantage, there's definitely a skill mismatch. Because like
Yeah.
in such a map, they really shouldn't be able to get spike into A and lose members at B. They should be getting an advantage at some site. But God Squad just it's not even like Rising Vipers Alpha aren't playing well necessarily. There are some small mistakes. It's just that God Squad seem much more coordinated, and Deathmaker is just on fire. Like he's just making deaths. I mean, that's not the right English to use, but like it's the perfect way to say it. Shafi getting a pick though.
Shafi with the Marshall. And this is Rexy holding up. I don't think I see him up very often, but that is a crazy Deathmaker. He's mad. First kill on Batpar. Whips out the Phantom. Second on Racy. There goes the nade. Quick healing. Gets that reload off. Has one satchel available. And it's interesting to see how he plays. And there it is. Deathmaker. 1-for-1 exchange. Rexy finds Nafi. 1v2. Hellranger. But no, Rexy is gonna get that headshot on Shafi. And it's 3 more rounds till... If God Squad takes 3 more rounds, it's basically over for Rising Vipers Alpha. They are struggling a lot here on the side of defense. When you have Deathmaker just coming in with that ultimate and just taking out your members one by one. Granted that all the other members on the side of God Squad, they're carrying their own weight as well.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's something you said, right? It's really interesting to see the way he pilots this race. Because he seems to think like 2 or 3 steps in advance and knows exactly not only what he wants to do, but what his opponents are gonna do. But like aggressive peaks coming from Rising Vipers Alpha doesn't really pay off because like they end up losing 2 members for 1 and the revive coming in to make it 5 versus 3. Shafi does get a return kill though, and the spike is running all the way to A because God Squad do have full control of A. Deathmaker he's happy holding down D on his own and he's doing just that. Hellranger gets 1 kill. Shafi getting a few returns though, and as you said, Shafi seems to be the one member of Rising Vipers Alpha who seems to be a bit more on par with God Squad in the way he's able to play the game. But 10-0, and that's just unfortunate, really looking unfortunate for Rising Vipers Alpha.
Alright, this is Shafi here. He does turn Hellfighter's trying to go for this kill. And I don't think it's sprayed quite at the right time. Shafi moves nicely. And the headshot just about misses. Now we're moving on to round 11. Rising Vipers Alpha. It's a little bit of a struggle. Quick look at the scoreboard.
Satchel out.
And you can see Racy 8 kills. But what is this? Hellfighter? Triple kill out of nowhere. Right in mid. He obliterated them one after the other.
I know
Hellranger
exactly where
finds
you
one.
No more charges left.
And Batpa drops the neural theft.
We have a
Oh,
fight.
and that's a great op shot. Batpa. Triple as well.
Did you get the ace?
Let's see if he does. So Batpar moving from B side, coming up to heaven. He's gonna come into contact, and that is the 4th kill. 1v1. He's gonna make his way through mid. Now, Phoenix is on A side. Batpar hears the sound cue. 33 HP. If he does clutch this one, I would say one. There it is! But Hellfighter, 4 kills as well. Finishes off Batpar. No sweat. Just taking his team to the finish line.
Yeah, well played by both players. Just the way I see the blue X's on the minimap, because we didn't exactly catch how Hellfighter got his 3 kills really early, but the way the blue X's were really close to the attacker side, I'm gonna guess that Rising Vipers Alpha went for an aggressive push, but then they were caught by a Phoenix Flash, in which Hellfighter just got 3 easy kills. And as you can see from the scoreboard, the economy is really starting to affect this round. It's basically over for Rising Vipers Alpha. The running back coming from Hellfighter. He gets his own running back on the other side from the other Phoenix. Navi does get a kill back. 1 for 1 eventually.
Hellfighter, there's a spray.
Oh.
That's a double kill. Puts up the firewall. Gonna take that healing. And the last member is just lurking around middle, but Hellfighter gonna throw those curveballs. And yeah, Rising Vipers.
Your duty is not.
Oh, there's a resurrection onto Zephyr, but Kappa immediately takes both of them out. Unfortunate. And God Squad is just spread across the map. They are so confident in winning these rounds. They don't even stick together. You barely see strategy. Maybe the strategy is to spread out and rely on your aim, you know, and your ability to get those pickoffs, those kills. So I guess it works for them here in this circumstance. And you know, Rising Vipers meeting God Squad in the round of 64. It is bound to happen. 2 rounds of the tournament are already over. You're moving into, you know, much tighter composition. And it might just be the end of the road for Rising Vipers for this tournament. Now, guys, Series 2 registrations are open. They are live. And if you want to join, it starts in September. Links in the description. So just click it and register your team. Now, back into the action. This might be the last round, but when Rising Vipers Alpha pick them off, get 1 round under their belt before they admit defeat.
Just those rounds, so like it's a bit easier for Rising Vipers Alpha on the attacking side. It's 4v3. They did manage to get a couple kills as Shafi gets the man advantage for his team. God Squad are trying really well to hold though, and it's 3v3 now, but the health disadvantage is on the side of God Squad. Rising Vipers Alpha now making the rotation to A. That's really smart because nobody on the side of God Squad is on A. So it's really easy for them to access A because they have mid control. Nobody moving to A just yet, so the spike will get planted by the side of Rising Vipers Alpha. And to touch on something you were saying before, I really like this is something new, right? That we've seen from God Squad in the sense that, as you said, they don't have any particular strategy. Their strategy sort of seems to be to rely on the capabilities of their duelists in Hellfighter and Deathmaker, combined with the smokes coming out from Hellranger, because their aggressive pushes have been on point with those smokes every single time. But here you see God Squad trying to retake the site as Rising Vipers Alpha. They're just sort of all packed into that one tiny area.
Stealing sight.
Spike is taken down. Blind comes out. It's gonna find a couple players. 1 down.
What?
Great. Oh my god.
What? Hellfighter! That was unfortunate. Oh my goodness. And there goes the defuse. 13-0. God Squad showing absolute dominance over Rising Vipers Alpha. And here it is. Just the replay of what went down. So 3 players, last 3, they were on site. Took a while to plant, but they did get the plant off. And this is the first side swap, pistol round. Hellranger throws that paranoia, it connects, and that's why it caused so much confusion. But beautiful 4K, one of them being a knife. That's Hellfighter for you. Take us to the scoreboard, CA.
Yeah, like obviously you can see Hellfighter and Deathmaker, the primary duelists on the side of God Squad, doing really well. I think the like low-key like MVP though is Hellranger, not the literal MVP. Obviously 488, 372 combat scores from the duelist, that's absolutely insane. But Hellranger with those smokes, as you saw in the last round too, absolutely key in the squad, and I'm really just excited to see. Perhaps like in the later stages of the tournament, you can see a Reyna come out for either one of these duelists because both of them look on point with their shooting skills.
Yeah, and I find that overall match, you know, it was so one-sided. And tournaments like this, it is bound to happen. Round of 64 competition is very tough, especially when you meet teams that are very familiar with themselves. They know their way around the game and they have that kind of experience. Now let's move on into AMD's Relive the Moment and see some highlights of what went down. This is the first game of today, day 6, round of 64. And God Squad 10 rounds in, but this flash Bat Power gets that double, but Hellfighter here does pick up that triple. And Hellfighter really performed very well in this match. But Bat Power on the side of Rising Vipers Alpha, he did have some great moments too. Especially with a 4K, almost trying to clutch that out, but didn't quite happen.
Yeah, I think at this point of the tournament, it's gonna come down to just that, like players who have really good moments on the side of one team versus players who have good moments in every single round on the side of the other team. Because if not Hellfighter, it was Deathmaker making the sick plays every round. One of the other duelists was always sort of dominating the opposition, and that's where the teams are gonna come out on top. Where, like as you said earlier in the match, like every single member of God Squad is able to carry their weight. And even if Deathmaker does sort of die early in one round, Hellfighter comes clutch with the triple, or if Hellfighter is able to like go down an aggressive peak, Deathmaker is always there to follow up. So that's really key.
All right, GG, well played to Red Vipers Alpha, and congratulations to God Squad for moving on to the round of 32. Oh my goodness, time is flying. Now for the next match, we have Team Tamilas versus Debunked. And Team Tamilas, we know the most anticipated team here, huge fan base. This is the next game that is going to come up. Now, as we prep for game number 2, do check out the links in the description. Follow our socials. You can go for shopping. We have a 10% code off JBL Quantum Gaming headsets. Both myself and CA are wearing and using. They're great. All right, so sit back, relax. We'll be back very shortly.
Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
I never want to make compromises when I play. I need every FPS I can take to perform at my peak. For myself, for my team, as well as for my viewers. Streaming always used to present me with a choice, either FPS or stream quality. I no longer have to make that decision thanks to AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors. Now my viewers get to see my gameplay smoothly. Ever since joining the team in 2018, AMD's partnership with Fnatic has given us the latest computer tech to help our performance. 3rd generation Ryzen is now the pinnacle of multi-threaded processor performance, and it's a big step up from everything else I've used before. AMD have listened to our feedback to make sure they make the best products possible so that we can simultaneously play as well as stream at the best setting. That's why I use AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series, powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. We are moving on to game number 2, and it's going to be Team Tamilas versus Debunked. We have so much to talk about, but first, let me tell you guys that registration for Series 2, the second tournament, is live. So link is in the description. Grab your teams and join in on the fun. Series 2 does start in September, so hurry register before it closes. Let's get straight into this game and let's talk about what we can expect, CA. We know the kind of... How do you even describe what we witnessed the last time we had Team Tamilas on stream?
Phenomenal, I think, because like that's what I was feeling. Like beautiful. There's wondrous. The way they played was like honestly something that we were hoping to see on the map they played in, which is also going to be the map again, I believe. Binode, as you like to call it. And
Binode.
honestly, like after the last display by Team Tamilas, Debunked are gonna need a Federer in their lineup because Rafa is on fire. Like there's no doubt that if this guy gets on his Reina again, then it's just going to be really, really difficult for Debunked to do anything about it.
All right, so this is the first time that I'm seeing Debunked. I think for both of us. So Debunked, they don't have a lot of expectations. They can go into this match free of expectations and show us what they can do. Now, as for Team Tamilas, their last match in the round of 128 was where they met up with Team Sankroid. And it was an extremely close match. Team Tamilas was actually losing 5-10. Now, from that, they made an amazing comeback, went into overtime, and won 15-13. That was an amazing comeback, the closest game we've had in the tournament. I am excited to see what will go down in this match here. So quick look. Debunked on the side of attack and Team Tamilas in defense. Now, from what we remembered, Team Tamilas was definitely strong in attack. But here it is, Stoner. This time on the Sage, the last time we saw him, he was playing the Phoenix. Gonna raise that barrier. Flex right around the corner. Gonna give it some time. We see the Brimstone smokes are dropped. Looking at the team composition, everything is the same except for the Reyna and the Raze. So I would say, you know, pretty even, just depending on how you want to start. And debunked. They do manage to break the wall. There goes the Boombot. Flex just gonna back away and it spots him. That's gonna give information to debunk. Stoner. Gonna have a battle here, that's one. 1-for-1 trade. Darth Broder ending that off. But the members of Debunked are falling one by one. As you see, it's a 3v1 now. Last member gets taken down by Flex and Rafa with that defuse. First round point goes over to Team Tamilas.
So like really interesting strategy from Team Tamilas. Like they basically did the same thing that we saw them do a lot like in the last round, which is put 3 members on B and then 2 on A. This time the 2 on A both stay at like a link near the portal, A short, and let Debunked come in from the other side through A bat and plant the bomb. But the issue with that is that sure, you got the bomb, but you have no control of the site, right? Because it's still round 1, you don't really have all your abilities. That just allows Team Tamilas to sort of close in and collapse on them from every single angle and get the favorable trades and win the round. Now that they're going for a push on B through B short, 5-man strong. This is an eco round, so I get that they want to just rush it up real quick. They do, I hope they know that Team Tamilas' regular strategy is not like the regular solo Cypher strategy because they have 3 members on B.
Well said, actually. And Monkey on that Cypher. Comfortable pick for him. Finds a kill. Rafa gets another. That's Monkey. 2 for him. And Rafa a double as well. One of the kills went over to Tamilan J. And it was an equal round for Debunked, so, you know, granted. And the first 2 rounds never usually tell us much about the teams. We have seen teams win the first 2 and then continue to lose all the consecutive rounds after. So this third round that we will go into
This goes here.
will actually be the deciding factor, and to see how Debunked will come up from there. Now it's going to be a full buy. Quick look at the scoreboard. 3 kills on Rafa, 3 on Monkey, and 2 for Triggered on the side of Debunked.
Yeah, so if I was Debunked right here, I would not try to go for the B push, because if they've seen the ward from the previous match, they definitely have to know that Team Tamilas prefers 3 members on B, and attacking a site where the Cypher is already set up with his utility but also has their primary duelist in Reyna just sounds an extremely difficult task. As you can see, Rafa just gets the insta-kill onto Cucambro, and just like that, Team Tamilas had a numbers advantage.
The spirits must be riding high. There's no way, after what happened in the round of 128, would they want to be knocked out anytime soon. Tamilan J on their Bulldog, very comfortable, but Shanks gotta take him out. Flex, return kill, 3v2, 2v2, Debunked, showing us that they do have some strength, but Stoner takes Shanks out. And there is it, one more man, last man. Cypher, low HP, Stoner's gonna pop that heal. And that is another kill for him. And it looks like Team Tamilas is not gonna falter, even in round 3.
The team is so on point for Team Tamilas. They get headshot after headshot after headshot. You notice that Flex has already got his op. We saw last time in the last round itself his flick plays and the way he was able to get these really cool kills off on Jet with the op. He already has an op. They're up 3-0 as compared to the last round where they were down. No pressure on Team Tamilas, and as you said, they've got to be like feeling the tempo in themselves after winning the way they did last time. So this looks like they're gonna try to take this round really, really fast and try to just stamp their name in there in this tournament.
Flex with the trusty op. And it seems like they are sticking to what they know. You did mention that 3 members from the side of Team Tamilas, they prefer to go into defense. And here is Stoner getting that first kill. A little bit of misplace on that slow. Nothing big, but Stoner with a triple. Defending the showers. And his teammates is just gonna wrap that up. Flawless round for Team Tamilas. Quick look at the replay. It was basically Stoner defending the showers. 3 kills. And you can see on the minimap, Rafa loops around finds them from the back. Tamilanjay does take that teleporter to move over to the other side. And there it is. You know, we were talking a lot about Bind being the map that has no mid lane and very unique for the teleporters that they have. We've never seen the ones at B-Long being utilized a lot. And hopefully we can see it this game. But here's a spray. Rafa finds one. Gonna pop their invisibility. Out comes the Lear. Here's the Boombot. Not gonna spot Rafa just yet. Gonna take that out. The nade might just take a lot of damage from that. 18 HP. But Sage has his back. That's Stoner. Rafa. Very eager to fight. He's not gonna back down. That's the second kill. And Pew Pew is gonna take him out. 4v3, however. Team Tamila still in a better position. The Bunk's gonna take that time. And there is the resurrection flex. Doesn't get the first shot, but gets the second. And the spike. Flex can see the spike. So all of Team Tamilas, they're gonna go for this rotate and defend it. Best option, but triggered. Manages to sneak on site. And here it is, he finds one. Shanks as well. Kills back and forth. 2v1 situation. Last man standing on the side of Debunked. And here is Flex with the op. Might just see him, but Shanks picks him off. 1v1 situation. Tamilanjay. Not a problem for him. This time he's gonna step up. Let's take a quick look at that replay.
So like really good positioning for Flex here to like hold the spike down. Tamilanjay gets to rotate. You can see him right now just moving towards heaven. Trigger does manage to sneak into the side through the A-Bat, and he managed to get a couple kills, but by that time Tamilanjay has reached the side. He gets the counter kill on Trigger. At this point it's 2v1 and they know where the spike is, so it's a bit easier. Shanks gets a beautiful snipe though to make it 1v1, but Tamilanjay, ever the consistent leader for his team, just sort of gets the finals kill onto Debunked, makes it 5-0. And right here you see Debunked sort of just keeping on experimenting with their strats, and that's not a bad thing if you're actually able to execute one of their strats, but oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, that is the orbital strike from Tamilanjay. Triple kill. Rafa Stoner wraps that up. 6 rounds strong. And it seems like Team Tamilas does not want history to repeat itself. If they can go in for the win, they're gonna do it without any problems. And here it is, Monkey on B side. But the well-placed orbital strike by Tamilanjay, you see it come down. There it is. And gets that op shot off. Well played.
Yeah, like really, really well played. And that's literally what I was saying. Is that, see, again, now you see Debunked move towards B. In the sense that they don't seem to have a solid strategy on. They're just saying, like, we'll try whatever. They don't get the peak kill onto Rafa, and that could be huge as they try to make push B. But the rest of Team Tamilas is rotating towards B, and they're all going to go for the defensive rotate. The Cypher ult does come out to spot the rest of Team Tamilas as they make the fast push. Boombot coming out, Team Tamilas. Tamilanjay gets the no-scope right in front. Another Dark Brother. Monkey just cleaning it off. It's gonna be 7-0 for Team Tamilas.
Alright, we are in the round of 64. There still can be skill mismatches. Sometimes you meet really tough teams in the earlier rounds, and that's what happened for Team Tamilas in round of 128. Now, as for Debunk, they have made it all the way to the round of 64, and they might just have met also a much stronger team. And it might be the end of their journey. But don't worry, remember guys, Series 2 is open for registration. Link is in the description. Grab your buddies, form that team, and get ready to play some Valorant.
Out Cypher's tools.
Now, 7 rounds in the lead. Quick look at that scoreboard. Let's see who's topping the charts. That's Tamilanjay this time, pulling his weight. His teammates were definitely putting up a big performance the last match. But it looks like this time he might want that MVP for himself. Going to be watching B-Long, but this is Flex with the trusty op, Rafa, and the Vandal. You can't keep them away from each other. But Rafa with the aggressive push, this is what he likes to do. And everyone in Debunked just hovering around B-Link. Might just get caught around the corner. 1-for-1. And it's gonna... Ooh, Flex is ready with the ultimate. That's one. That's two. That is not a number 3, but Shanks takes him out.
Wall raised.
Nice 2 kills there though. 3v2 situation. Stoner immediately takes out Shanks. 3v1. Last man standing. But what is this? I mean, you have a barrier. I have one too. That's that's what the other Sage is gonna think probably. Pew pew. That's who he is. With the Phantom. He's gonna make his way in. He's still gonna try. Has the spike on him. Take his time. And there is Monkey's cam. The track that Stoner sprays, but Pew Pew will get that kill. Headshot. 1v2 situation. He's cornered on both sides. Now Pew Pew is just gonna turn around, but there it is. Tamilan J with the last kill. 8 rounds in the lead. Healthy. And it looks like it might just be a victory for Team Tamilas. Debunked has a lot of work to do to come back. And I think the best way is to come in unexpected.
Yep, that's exactly right. Right. So you see the way Team Tamilas is positioning is when they have team members on the B side, the Sage is usually at like the middle of A side, ready to wall whichever side the other team might come from. So if they make a push towards A short, Sage goes up and puts the wall on A short. If they make a push towards A back, she puts the wall on the other side. If not, they flank. So what you want to do here is send the Cypher to one side and you send all 4 members to the other side. But they just keep stacking 5 members, and just like that, Rafa picks up 2 kills, and it's just not working. You have to try something different.
Yeah, that's really true. And there it is. Rafa with the 3rd kill and the 4th. Flawless round. That was so quick. Now it's the defenders. They are confident. They're just pushing up. There's no stress. And it must feel like a breather. But debunked. They are struggling here. And we don't see much strategy coming out from them. You know, usually on the bind map, the attackers are always spread out. They're looking for picks. And where the picks are found, they will rotate to the side closest. And debunked. They're all huddled up together. It's almost like the defenders push out knowing where they will be because they aren't spread out. So Shanks there will pick up that first kill on that off. He has been playing pretty well, I would say. Put in tough situations, still manages to pick up some kills. Rafa finds one, and that's 2 for him. And here it is, the spray for another. Stoner also gets 1 for himself. Gonna revive Flex, 1 more chance for you, buddy. But the Empress is popping, that's the 3rd kill for Rafa. Where is the last man? He's right around the corner. Rafa looking in the wrong direction, and there it is, the 4th kill. And ace is not enough for him. He's gonna try and get another ace in this match.
Rafa was just on complete fire, and like in this round, Debunked had the right idea. Like they put 2 members on A short, while the other 3 members go for the aggressive push through A bat, but they just stopped in A bat. Like they just stood there for a second, and that second was all Rafa needed to use the portal, come all the way from B back to A, and get the flank onto them. You don't want to wait there. Like the strategy Debunked are using is the normal strategy you would use against a team that would run 1 member on B, the Cypher alone, and then defend A with 4 people. But Team Tamilas doesn't do that, and you should have known that if you had done the WOD review or just through this game itself. So they really need to adapt, and oh my god, you are going to strike again.
Oh. It seems like Team Tamilas are really comfortable with these agent picks. Only like, but the difference with Stoner, he was running the Phoenix the last time, but this time he's on Sage. And I think that shows a lot of flexibility for him as a player. As for the rest, you know, if you're comfortable with an agent, that is fine. There's no banning system in the agent select page, so that's alright. I think, you know, if Valorant does implement that, it's going to be a little bit of a problem, I feel, for most players and their mains. But for now, you pick an agent, you're comfortable with their kit, you come into game and show us what you can.
Camera
Monkey
taken
could have
out.
placed that spy cam in a good spot, just to watch B short. But this is Cucambro making it through hookah. He's gonna go for this fast push. There's the Cypher cage, comes up. It's gonna be a B push up in long and hookah. Monkey Gonna reload, has the ultimate available, but he can only use it if he takes one out, or somebody takes one out. And that's Shanks with the first kill on Tamil J, but 2 more return. Team's not happy.
Cage triggered.
Stoner with another kill.
Pathetic.
Rafa finds one, last man standing, and Flex. All of them with the rotation. Team Tamilas, 12 rounds in the lead and 1 more to victory.
That's just unfortunate, I guess. Like another 13-0 to add, because Team Tamilas, like, I really like the way they've sort of approached this map in general. They've So in a tournament, you don't want to be the team that is abiding to the meta. You want to be the team that is setting the meta, because that gives you the opportunity to switch your play whenever you want. You can always go back to the meta, and as you can see, even now they've switched it up. Like Team Tamilas, even though they're 12-0, they're adapting to the way Debunked play, whereas Debunked, they don't seem to really be adapting to the way Team Tamilas play. Now they only have 2 members on the B site, whereas they have 3 members on the A site, acknowledging that the number of efforts they have made towards A site is not going to be enough. Team Tamilas though on the attack, pushing
Rafa,
A site.
yeah, Rafa with the lead there. And this is going to be the last round if Team Tamilas takes it. Rafa, first kill. There's the second. Going to just steal the life essence. Make its way onto defender side spawn. It's going to spot the Sage. And the third shot connects. 2 kills. Everyone's dying left, right, and center. I can barely keep up. And the last man standing is Shanks. He has played very well for this round, I will say. 2 HP. Slow up coming his way. All odds stacked against him. And he's not going to come out of that safe. Stoner with the last kill. And that is Team Tamilas 13-0 against Debunked. Will make their way over to the round of 32. And that's Rafa just getting all the opening kills. Gets a 3rd kill. And his teammates are going to finish everything up. Now, quick look at the scoreboard. Rafa.
Oh my god.
Wow.
His combat rating consistently is so high. Like, this is someone to look out for. And he must know that there's MVP prizes out there, because this guy is certainly going for it. Like, with the way he's able to stack on those kills, especially on a champion like Reyna, this is a player I at least personally am going to have my eye on for the rest of the tournament.
For sure. Rafa seems like he's kind of like a, he's like in the top class. Like, he's very consistent. So no matter the circumstance, he's always going to get a very high ACS and a high number of kills as well. Very reliable, and he's on that Reyna, which suits that kind of playstyle perfectly. Now let's move on into AMD's Relive the Moment and just look at some highlights from that match.
So, like, the way you see Debunk sort of attack right here, this is round 3, where like Team Tamilas have already got a lead. This is also the round where Debunk sort of went for their buy. They've stacked up on B site, and Team Tamilas is so comfortable defending on B site, because not just do they have the strength of the Cypher on B site, but they have 2 extra members to back up the Cypher. It does go down to a 2v2, but Flex is already on his op right here, and he's just able to like get 1 kill for himself and finish off that round. Again, similar strategy, and this is basically the crux of the problem for me in this match, is that in most replays, you'll notice that Debunked are going for a very similar strategy, and that's not something you ever want to do in the later stages of a competitive tournament like this.
For sure. And I felt that all of Team Tamilas, they did carry their own weight. They did stick to what they know. They're very comfortable in bind map, for sure. It'd be great to see them on a different map and how they fare. As well as, are they going to switch up the agent picks, just switch up their playstyle. But if you are used to what you're used to, basically, you can stick to what you know. Comfort is key, I guess, allows you to perform the best that you can. And there it is, Tamil J just clutching that round out for his team. Clean scoreline, I would say 13-0.
Yeah, extremely clean, especially from the 15-13 they had last round. There's going to be like, guys, we got as many wins as our opponents last time. Next time, let's try to do something similar, not keep going to overtime. because overtime does tax you individually as a
Yeah.
player, not just physically but also mentally. So this clean win is going to enable them to just sort of take the chill, come back tomorrow or day after, whenever their game is, and just be that much stronger for it.
All right. So GG well played to debunk. They did try. They can come back again. Series 2 registrations are live. You guys can sign up. Link is in the description. But ultimately, as well, congratulations to Team Tamilas for making it over to the round of 32. Now, moving on, we are going to go into game number 3. We're going to prep for that, and that is Exili Esports versus Medallions. So don't go away, anyone. If you want to do some shopping, 10% code off JBL Quantum Gaming headsets, like what me and CA are wearing. You can get that code, buy it if you want to. Follow our social stream schedules are posted daily, so you can get all the updates there. Until the third match, just sit back, relax, and stay tuned.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. The most of this night, come on baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
I never want to make compromises when I play. I need every FPS I can take to perform at my peak. For myself, for my team, as well as for my viewers. Streaming always used to present me with a choice, either FPS or stream quality. I no longer have to make that decision thanks to AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors. Now my viewers get to see my gameplay smoothly. Ever since joining the team in 2018, AMD's partnership with Fnatic has given us the latest computer tech to help our performance. 3rd generation Ryzen is now the pinnacle of multi-threaded processor performance, and it's a big step up from everything else I've used before. AMD have listened to our feedback to make sure they make the best products possible so that we can simultaneously play as well as stream at the best setting. That's why I use AMD's 3rd generation Ryzen processors.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenges series, powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. Now, the match that was planned, the 3rd game for today, was XCD Esports versus Medallions. However, there seems to be some difficulties or a little bit of a problem, so another match will be played on stream, and that is going to be White Shadows versus Bonda Gang. The map will be Ascent, and White Shadows is a team that is not new to this, for sure. Like, I wouldn't say that they are casual gamers. They are in it to win it. Now, as for Bonda Gang, this is my first time. I have no idea what to expect from them.
It's like when you go out to a restaurant and get a dish, right? It can be really good bondas or it can be really bad bondas. I hope we get the good bondas today and we get a really great match, or it might just end up being bad bondas. Ascent, though, I'm really happy to see. We've talked about this map before and about how like A and B, like the entry points are both like long entry points where the operator is really good, as well as the mid site being this really large area where if you're able to get control of, you can move into B marketplace and have the back entry into B, or you can move into A ramps and have the back entry into A. So like the composition wise, what do you think? We have the difference of the Phoenix coming in versus the Reyna on both sides.
Looking pretty good, I would say. Bonda Gang is starting on the side of attack, so with that Phoenix, you know, it is understandable. Sorry, and the curve balls really great for just infiltrating. As for the Reyna, you have mentioned this once before on stream that Reyna is very versatile. So she's just a kill champ, but it looks like Reyna might have just disconnected there. Bonda Gang gets 3 kills, but there is. I think there's an issue. It might be a restart. So guys, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be back very shortly with the 3rd match. White Shadows versus Bonda Gang. Alright guys, we are back with the match. There was a remake. Seems to be a few bugs with the lobby, but we have White Shadows in defense and Bonda Gang on attack.
So something that really caught my eye and something that I mentioned when we saw the Ascent last time is the jet on the side of White Shadows. We saw how useful the jet's updraft can be in this map with its long walls, and I'm really interested to see the jet over the Cypher on the other end, which is missing for White Shadows. So Bonda Gang on the attack right now are going to be much stronger on the defense, so they have to try to get as many points as possible. Armands though, oh my god.
Oh, Armand.
Spike is
He is not playing. 2 members left on the side of Bonda Gang. This is Aura throwing in the curveball. Dark cover.
Careful now.
Comes out. Gonna just throw the hot hands. Vi. Just looking after A. But the spike has been dropped and they do have that information. Defense. Just gonna wait and take the time. But here's Aura and his buddy Cypher. They're gonna go for that retrieve. Arman takes out the spike camp. There is one. That's the 3rd kill. And Reyna picks up 1 for himself. Nice round for White Shadows actually. That was not at all close, I would say. The spike did drop and they were going to stay around the spike and not hunt for them. Wait for the attackers to come to them instead.
Yeah, interesting strategy from Bonda Gang though. Like they split up and went for the entry points. Splitting up is completely fine for me when you're on Ascent. But when you're splitting up, you want to try to get mid control, not go for the both like narrow entry points. Now they're all stacking towards B side, so that makes more sense. They're gonna go for the aggressive push, smoking the B cover, and I'm assuming B doors. So
flight.
you want to make the aggressive push here, but like most of White Shadows is gonna maybe making the rotation. Use the Phoenix Flash to get in as soon as possible because you don't want to let White Shadows get to the site. You ideally want to take the bomb site. Flash comes in, a kill each for both of them, a kill advantage for White Shadows though, and they're just gonna wrap this up. I think that was an eco round for Bonda Gang, so it's fine. The 3rd round is gonna be really important.
Yeah, it was an equal for Bonda Gang, as expected. And we like to say that the first 2 rounds, we don't want to count it all that much. The full buy is where the real action happens. And let's see if Bonda Gang can pick themselves back up. But nevertheless, 2 rounds in the lead, White Shadows off to a good start. Could be a great push for that momentum that they want. It's very important in FPS especially. Good momentum, good mental, and you are set up for success. Of course, you can't disregard your actual, skills and mechanics in the game. And a quick look at the scoreboard. Let's see what everybody has on hand. And it's going to be 4 Phantoms for the side of Bonda Gang. And a variety of guns for White Shadows. So it seems like all the players, they're going to play what they want. Not going to be a problem. Just Doxer shooting his own teammate. And it seems like it's paused, so a few tech difficulties, but never mind that. Let's just talk a little bit more about the map and how we play around it. You did mention that Jet is great here because of all the tall walls. You can scale up and down using her abilities. So yeah, I would say Jet is great for Ascent and Bind. Specifically, could you just imagine Jet on a different map?
I think
Like
she's
Split.
decent on Split. Yeah, I think she's decent on Split if you play her in a very particular style. Because Split is, at least for me, it's all about mid control. And the fact that she has like those maneuverable smokes now makes her decent on Split. This game though, since Jet isn't buying, she's using her Spectre against it again this round. I'm thinking she's gonna go for the operator buy next round, which is why she's saving up. That makes perfect sense. I love to see a Jet controlling mid with the operator, and if this Jet is like any other good Jet that we've seen in this tournament, then it's gonna be really, really important. Bonda Gang to counter the team coming in from White Shadows, because just how Bonda Gang is a little bit better defensively because of their Cypher pick, White Shadows is going to be a little bit better attacking with their Reyna pick, right? So coming into the attacking pick, Bonda Gang have to try to maintain the not more than like a 3 or 4 point deficit, because if it goes more than that, it's going to get too difficult for them going into the latter half. And I really want them to start like trying to go for mid control with the Omen smokes towards one side.
Yeah, for sure. And it seems like there are a few technical difficulties for this match. Sit back, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Hopefully, everything gets started very quickly. What is happening? All right, we are back. 2 rounds in the lead is White Shadows and Bonda Gang now with the full buy. Most of them having Phantoms, 1-for-1 trade. And the attackers, Sova has the spike and might want to push over into A. Now, I'm not sure what the plan is, but it seems like Cypher has not reconnected. So Bonda Gang, effectively, they are playing one man down. But Aura finds that kill on Ronit. Ultimately, it's a 3v3 with that one disconnection. Hertzy might just want to make that rotate. And Spike is traveling through the mid courtyard. Hertzy gonna make his way to B side instead. And I am Padox finds Vibey God. This is Bonda Gang after the full buy. Seems like they know what is up. Hertzy gonna miss the shots, but Yolex finds him 3v1. Bonda Gang has a disconnection. Doesn't even matter. Just still gonna do it. Reku. On the platform. Sees that Sova finds it. 11 HP. Doesn't matter. Gonna overheal. Here is the Lear. Has a suspicion that it might be there, and he finds the second kill. 1v1. Just Reyna and Phoenix. And that's pretty impressive considering it was a 1v3. Single-handedly taking out 2 members. Gonna go for the spike. And it seems like that's where the Phoenix is gonna peek. And nicely done by Aura.
I was screaming to myself in my head, Aura, please don't peek. Aura, please don't peek. And I'm so happy he didn't peek. He was patient. He waited. He waited a little bit more when the defuse started, and then he calmly comes and just ends the defuse and wins the game for his team. Bonda Gang 1 man down, but actually end up getting their first victory 1 man down. So I hope the Cypher does end up reconnecting, because it looks like we're in for a good match.
For sure. They definitely came back, even though they were 1 man down. So looks like the pistol rounds didn't really say much. Gonna be, I think, an eco for the side of White Shadows. But it's just gonna buy, you know, cheap guns. You can see the mini shot. And the barrier comes up, but it gets sprayed down. I am Padox finds the kill. And here's one. Reku doesn't survive, but this is a successful infiltration from Bonda Gang. Pushing onto A side. They have a plan, they know what it is. 3v3. Hertzy is gonna find... No, he doesn't. He gets taken out, and it's just a 3v1. Ronin, White Shadows is struggling here, but this round was an equal for them, so it's understandable. Here it is. Doxer will take the last kill. 2-2. This, yeah, like you mentioned, this might actually be a close game.
Even though it was an eco, the fact that they're able to get the win with just 1 man down is really, really clutch. I mean, I've heard of this, like, in my FIFA playing days, when, like, you end up losing 1 member of your team, like, to a red card or something. You get this instant, like, game buff. So it's sort of like Valorant is buffing you, adding that spirit to your, like, gameplay and just making you better. But eventually, it will, like, become a problem, the fact that they are 1 man down. I'm really glad that they're 2-2 now, but this full buy round for both teams will be, like, I think we'll say how this match was end up gonna go. Like,
Vibey God finds the first kill. And it's a 3v5. So that's tough, you know. When you're already playing short-handed, if you're the first to die. That's gonna cause a bit of strain. But Doxer,
Shadows
it's a little bit of hate to begins. Let's see. Reku with the backup. Here's the Lear. Just gonna back off for a bit. But it seems like A side is the one that they are going to go for. But we see some of White Shadows actually rotating over to B. And this might actually be a good thing for Bonda Gang. For White Shadows, they are quick to respond. Doxer finds a kill. I am Padox. Bonda Gang No sweat, but Vibey God, nice shot on Doxer. Paddock comes back with a return kill. And White Shadows finds themselves with the last man standing again 1v2 with the Odin. That's a heavy investment. Now, if Hertzy loses this, it's definitely going to put a strain on the economy of White Shadows.
He's gonna end up electing to save right here. You see he's not making any aggressive pushes as the clock ticks down. And this win for Bonda Gang is gonna be so clutch. I think White Shadows are just getting a little complacent when they realize that the Cypher is AFK and they're not giving Bonda Gang the respect they should give any team at this stage in the tournament. Because they seem to be going for these peaks, and while it's smart of a player like YBGuard who has the op to be going for the peaks, the other players, all they have to do is wait. They have the numbers advantage. They're on the defending side. If they just wait and be patient, they will win the round. But they keep going for peaks like exactly like this, where Armands and Reku2Rek both get caught out. And really good patient play by the Omen and the Sova on the side of Bonda Gang. They stuck around in that A long side for so long, just waiting for their opponents to make the peaks and getting those kills. Well played by Bonda Gang. Let's see how far they can take this 4 versus 5 match.
Get out of my way!
Yes, it is the round of 64, day 6. And if you've made it this far, you've got to be pretty decent at the game, right?
Yep.
And Bonda Gang,
Here.
it looks like they've actually come all the way up through a decent fight. And we did have the expectation that White Shadows might actually be the dominant team, but it seems like it's an even skill matchup.
Oh, Cypher.
Nowhere to run!
That was a sneaky Cypher. But they're gonna take it slow. That's the Hunter's Fury. Not gonna find anyone, Paddocks there. And White Shadows leaving B almost barren. But there is the dark cover just to stop that push. And Bonda Gang is going to go with that rotate. So we can see that they are working as a unit. And Cypher is actually back in the game. So now it's a 5v5. And Bonda Gang, 1 round in the lead.
Cover going out.
Let's see how they fare with the full buy and all of their men present. Into the mid, Reku, Vibey God. He has no clue. The dark cover just cancels out that vision. Recon ball gonna cause him to change their position. And
Really
it's still
smart.
gonna be an infiltration for A, but this time through short. And what is Bonda Gang doing? 10 seconds left on the clock. Paddock finds one. They're gonna shut the door. Sage initiates the spike. Armand finds a kill. Aura with the return. It's a 3v4 situation. Bonda Gang in favor. And now it's White Shadows. They have to do a retake. They did go for buys. And just gonna get tagged there. Ronit. Actually, ooh, White Shadows, they are going to back away. Go for the save. I think that was a good choice, considering that it is a 2v4. And Bonda Gang just really strong. Now, they wanted to attack from A long, but the dark cover was stopping them. They didn't want to take that risk, so they backed away, put cover in mid, and made it through A short. I think that was really good rotations, and you can see the communication and teamwork coming out from Bonda Gang.
Yeah, like, especially the way they timed it. So, when they moved away from A short is when the enemy team must be starting to expect that, hey, they've been here for so long, they're likely rotating towards B. And you saw that, like, coming out from the side of White Shadows with YB Guard moving towards B. And when they moved towards mid, I was expecting them to go to B Marketplace, but they make the switcheroo and go back to A short and get the numbers advantage for themselves. So even though they lose a kill, they're able to get the kill trade back and establish themselves in A side really, really well. With just a few seconds to spare, not really giving time to White Shadows to sort of answer it. And this is really smart play. They seem to be a really patient team, Bonda Gang, and I really like that. The fact that they're ahead on the attacking side, and as we noted that the Cypher is back, now this match is getting really, really spicy.
Spicy.
Shot
Bonda
down.
Gang. They're making their way for B side this time. Their eyes are set on something different. Aura leading the charge as a Phoenix, which is good. He does have to run it back, and just as I said it, he pops that curveball. First man in, and Sova, the lone man, protecting B.
Taken out.
Ronin finds one kill onto Paddocks, but Doxer gets the return. 1 by 1. 3v4 situation. Vibey God.
You will not kill my ally.
Armand is going to
You
resurrect
will
Reyna.
not kill my ally.
And Soul, both Sages are pulling off the resurrection. But there's a 1-for-1. 3v3 situation. Seems really even. Reku with a judge. He's mad. On site. Invisibility. And there it is. No, but Vibey God will pick off that last kill. Nicely played by White Shadows. They took Bonda Gang off guard there. And it was fruitful. 3 is 2.
So I think Bonda Gang shouldn't be stacking up like that. They showed success in the fact that they're able to execute these 4-man pushes. What I would rather see them do is like let the Viper stay solo mid. Let him try to like keep mid control, because if with the Viper camera you always have like vision of mid and you're able to notice that mid is completely free, that enables a patient team like Bonda Gang to make their rotations exactly when they want it. It's smart to try a rush like this once in a while, but I'd like them to stick to the patient style. They are doing a 4-1 though, but not with the Cypher. They're gonna let the Phoenix be alone at B site, whereas they make this push on A site. So let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, well said. That's exactly what happened.
Here.
And Doxer coming through A-long. The drone just gonna scout, get that information. Sova just being the initiator that it is. Finds that kill on Armands. And Dark Cover just gonna block some vision. But it looks like Phoenix from Bonda Gang will be wrapping around from the back, and that is Aura. They're gonna take it slow. And here it is, Aura picks up that kill on Ronin. He didn't expect it at all. B is free. And that is the rotation coming in from Bonda Gang. And it seems like their play style is not to rush, but to get the information that is reliable and act upon it. Which is good, because I feel that is the basics of playing in a tournament consisting of teams. It's not the same as solo queue at all, because all players, they are familiar with themselves and they do train. Nice paranoia. No legs. Gonna be taken out. Paddocks finds another. Last man standing is Vibey God. It's a beautiful op, but Doxer takes him out. And Bonda Gang 2 rounds in the lead. Nicely making their mark on this tournament, perhaps.
So I know that we always say that we want to see teams changing it up in the rounds and sort of going for different strategies to make sure that their opponents are always guessing. But in this particular game, I would much prefer Bonda Gang to just stick to this defensive sort of patient strategy that we got, because they seem to be so calm when executing it as compared to like aggressive rushes. Moreover, their comp is suited for that, like using the Cypher utility to just sort of hold one specific position. And you see them basically running it back. You see the Cypher in mid, he pops his camera down right there while they go for the A push. Phoenix this time though, he's not gonna try to get the wraparound. They're gonna try to get mid control. And this is really smart. They're doing the same strategy, but they're making small modifications. And I really like that, because that way the opponents are still gonna be guessing while you're staying close to your comfort.
Indeed. And I do agree. Bonda Gang playing it slow and steady. We usually see teams rely on their ability to kill. There's Aura with a double kill. They didn't expect that. He crept through mid. Found 2 members of White Shadows. And this is Bonda Gang. It's like majority of the team sticks together while one does the flank. And that's Aura, the trusty teammate. Armand around the corner. Aura picks up a triple. 2 members left alive on the side of White Shadows. Paddocks. And this is a flawless round from the side of Bonda Gang. They are extremely coordinated, and this is a treat to watch. They seem to have, you know, the mechanical skill But the discipline and the way that they have decided to play is very different to a lot of teams that we have spectated.
Oh. Yeah, like for sure. Like I completely agree, and like this is what I love to see when an unknown team is sort of able to display this level of cohesiveness within them and challenge a team that we know to be good, right? White Shadows isn't like some random team that popped out of nowhere.
Revealing
And I
area.
really like the fact that Bonda Gang is able to contest them, not just in terms of skill, but directly to put I am Paradox. I didn't even see Reku to Rect come out of the woodwork completely, just catches it out. Great snipe.
Paradox. And there's Vibey God. He finds the image. Hunter's Fury by Ronet picks up Yol. 4v3, White Shadows finally find themselves with the upper hand. Will they be able to hold on to it? Members of Bonda Gang are much more spread out this time. Spike is on Omen. Aura looking for a kill here. Now, White Shadows is constantly rotating. And that's Karzimo finding Ronet. 3v3 now. He evens out that score.
Come on, let's go!
And there is the run it back Aura with the curveball. Gonna look for a kill here. And that is Sage around the corner. He has that information. Gonna relate that to the team. Armand finds Doxa. Heartz finds Karzimo. Aura, last man standing, picks up Heartz. Will he clutch this one out for the boys? There's the firewall. Gonna get the full healing. Now the spike is dropped in a very tough position. 7 seconds left on the clock. And he's not gonna be able to clutch that. Armand finishes it off with the last kill. 1 more point for White Shadows. And this could be anybody's game, I feel, because White Shadows just randomly bounced back. And it might be, you know, even-ish skill matchup.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I will give like the benefit of the doubt to the fact that I think White Shadows are gonna be much better attacking than defending. They seem like the word for when you're defending is impatient, but that impatient sort of style translates to an aggressive style when they're attacking. So I'm gonna look to see if they have that coordination when they're attacking. Bonda Gang though, I really like the strategy. What they basically do is they stack a couple, like 2 to 3 people on one site, sort of draw the rest of the team to that site, and then Aura on the other side, he's able to creep in really slowly but steadily and get those key flanks. And they're doing exactly that now. They get that pick, another pick by Doxer mid control as they move towards A. And you saw that happening, right? Like when White Shadows saw people at A site and they instantly started moving, expecting that sort of move from Bonda Gang to B side, but Bonda Gang just like, no. They move towards mid, towards A shot, get that A side control, and just like that, Aura now he's in the behind every single White Shadow player. This is gonna be an easy round for Bonda Gang.
Okay, the upper hand. White Shadow be able to pull off anything. Aura finds Heartz. Aura's on an absolute rampage, and so is Paradox. Doxa gets the last kill, and the economy must be actually a little bit of a bad hype for White Shadows.
Yeah, for sure. Especially after this round, I think they very full buys this round. Yeah, I'm noticing the Phantoms and Vandals. So after this round, their economy has to be in shambles. I think maybe 1 or 2 of their players will be able to afford the Phantom. So you really have to be patient this round. It is the last round of defending for them. If they're able to get the win this round, it'll be absolutely humongous. A 2-round deficit isn't really that much going into the side we're more comfortable at. So if they're able to clutch it out this round, it'll be huge. You see the defensive push coming in, but Aura, oh my god.
Aura's on a rampage. That double kill. Looks like A side is the one for choosing. Hunter's Fury. Gonna take out Ronet. This is Paradox. Now Doxa popped his ultimate. Got into a good spot. Reina's going to pop that Empress. But Doxa finds him. 8 is to 4. And that's actually the end of the first half.
8 to 4 to a team that I
need a drop.
genuinely believe will be way better defending than they were attacking. And that isn't to say that they weren't good attacking, because they were really, really good. It's just the way their team composition is made. You can have the Sova sitting on B site, just holding it with his recon bolt. You can have the Cypher solo holding A site. The number of options you have as Bonta Gang is unlimited. You see Cypher actually setting up traps in mid, making sure that their White Shadows isn't able to do the stack and creep strategy that Bonda Gang was following. Now there's no way that one person can flank into mid with the Cypher utility. Sova with his information will be able to hold down B site, whereas Cypher rotates back to A to help Omen help Pei. So Bonda Gang definitely, in my opinion, looking more poised to win this match. It's gonna come down to what curveballs White Shadows can throw into this game.
He has to push on A shot. White Shadows this time on attacking. They're extremely aggressive. Finds Karzamo. And there's Reku with the opening kill. Heartzy finds Dockster.
Revealing
So White
area.
Shadows coming in strong
Found
on the
them.
side of attack. This is the pistol round.
Neutralized.
Recon Bolt gonna spot out what? Paddocks. Nice headshot. It was so small.
Yeah, he managed to get that shot through a gap. This is gonna be a difficult retake though, and Reku Rek does manage to get a kill back. 4v2 despite climbing. Right. White Shadows do end up getting the win, and that'll be huge because they need back-to-back wins in the early stages of their attacking half to get the economy advantage, so that once they're even, they're able to further their lead. But yeah, like you were saying, that headshot through that tiny portion coming in, really nice to see.
Yeah, and Bonda Gang, you know, they finished the first half with being 4 rounds in the lead. And now they might have to just give up 2 because this next round for them is going to be an eco. And that could bring White Shadows to 6 points. Now, let's see if Bonda Gang is going to be 50. But all of them are stacking up on A. They're going to look for the kills. And here it is. Reku finds 2. Heartzy has 1. They're gonna break down that metal door. Yo. Gonna get taken out. Last man standing. Doxer. Oh, and that's a headshot on Reku. There it is. Well, they took out 2 members with an eco. I would say it's not too bad. They just probably wanted to get that round over and done with.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that they predicted the A push and all of 5-man stacked A. So I just hope that they're able to like sort of keep calm in the sense that they still have a 2-round lead from where they went. This is the buy round. If they're able to win this round and sort of just stabilize the economy and not give over a huge economy disadvantage, then they're definitely still going to be poised to win this match. You see similar positioning come out for the rest of the team. Phoenix in the mid. All very defensive positioning though. Sage is, I hope she's gonna end up blocking the entry point. No, she's not gonna end up blocking the entry point. So White Shadow's really aggressive. I really like the strategy. The way they're just hard pushing towards A side, B side with the marketplace push. The Jet's gonna find the stage. Okay, Ulex finds 1 kill. Ulex finds 1 more. Another.
What? Yo! That was a good triple kill.
Oh my god.
That defense ultimately saved Bonda Gang a lot of trouble. Now it's up to Aura and his 2 buddies. Might not want to stand so close in case of a collateral. That's Aura and Doxa. 1 kill after the other. But yo! Extremely well done. How I thought he was going to get 1 kill and then just probably die. But he just took 3 and it seemed like it was no issue at all. Bonda Gang.
It looks so easy.
Yeah, that's the thing. He made it look easy. But we definitely know that if it was us, that was not going to happen. At all.
Yeah, 100%. That's so important for Bonda Gang though, because he misses so many shots, but then gets 2 key headshots just like that. Like, easy peasy. And the way it's set up now, like, if that hadn't happened, it would have ended up being a huge economic disadvantage for Bonda Gang. Now they're even economy, and just like that, they're in the lead. I know it's only like, there's still about like 4 to 5 rounds minimum left, but I think I'm ready to call that the play of the match. Like, that was beautiful.
I agree. Joel is gonna put up that barrier. Might want to shut the door. Cool. This is Ronit just backing off. What are the plans on the side of White Shadows? Now, I can't tell if Bondagang is stronger in defense. I mean, they have stationed the Cypher at A. It looks like they know what they are doing. Both Cypher and Omen actually will be on the side of A. And that's because Sage has the big barrier. Don't throw in that slow op just to delay the push a little bit. Give that information. Vibey God with his trusty op. Dark cover comes out and they're gonna go for the A shot push. Karzim dropping the cycle cage. And here it is. But the spray. White Shadows coming in as one, but Doxer finds Hertzy. And that's the second, that's the third. Doxer. Two more left on the side of White Shadow. That's the fourth. Will he get the ace? Doxer, he's looking for the last man, but he's coming from the back. Ronit's gonna meet up with Yol. Picks up that kill. Doxer still has a chance for that ace. 8 HP left on Ronit. Paranoia connects. And Paddox will find the last kill. Nice. Nicely done though, I would say, that defense.
Yeah, really well done. The barrier followed by the way they just sort of waited around the corners. I was really scared that Yolex would get caught by the snipe when they were pushing A short, but he doesn't. He just goes for a very quick peek and doesn't get caught. Right here though, Doxer gets a triple just the way his teammate Yolex got like the last round, and that's so key because they noticed that spikes get dropped down, and just like that they're 10-6, and this is so important for them because for Bondagang, A side is actually the easier side to defend with the Cypher traps, etc. So like, if the fact that they're able to hold off on the B push and force them to come to A, it's huge.
Indeed. And this is White Shadows coming in strong with the attack onto A side. Aura reloading that gun, gonna whip out that curveball, spots the Leer. Just gonna back away a little bit. All 5 members of White Shadows are alive. As Sage pops that resurrection. Spike is planted. Now time is ticking. Bondagang, 4 rounds in the lead, but they don't find themselves dominant. Paddox will take out Hertzy. Yol evens out the number of players, but Armand with the answer. Ronit, 2v1, and there it is. Paddox with the triple kill, 1v1 situation. Jets coming in. And there is the 4th kill. Paddox clutches this one for the Bondagang, taking 1 more round. And they find themselves 5 rounds in the lead. Amazing clutch, I would say, Paddox.
Huge plays by Paddox. Like, I think he got a little bit of damage with his shock tower too right there. And then with his recon bolt, as soon as he spots them, he's able to get that wallbang kill on Hertzy. Yolex follows up. Great coordination to get wrecked. Armand just get the return kill, but that just enables Paddox to jump in aggressively and find the 2 members of White Shadows, pushing them to just 2 points off of match point. And as you can see, like, it's way harder for White Shadows to be pushing A, and if they're able to hold on to B site with the Sage barrier, Bondagang, then they're just looking really comfortable. Aggressive push though.
White Shadows can't afford to make any more mistakes. And you can see now they're doing the unpredictable. They ran straight into mid, put up that barrier, and they're gonna go for the B site. Little do they know that Bondagang this time were extremely aggressive. White Shadows, they're taking over B. All members still alive. Save Aura, slow. Hunter's Fury. Karzimo comes in with the judge.
Nowhere to run!
Spike will get down, but oh my god. Yeah, like you said, right? Like, they weren't expecting Bondagang to go for the aggressive push from B short and wrap around them. It ended up becoming like a Ringa Rosie of sorts, where both teams sort of just ran in circles around each other. But like, Bondagang is able to get like the earlier knowledge of where the other team is gonna be. And you see White Shadows just fumbling right now as the pressure piles onto them. They went from A stack to B stack to A stack. I'm not sure if you want to be stacking at all. I really like
I'll
when
find
they
them.
move towards the mid push and try to collapse on them. They want to be doing something like that.
Get
And
out of my
hopefully they
way.
are doing something like that with Reina moving towards B. Given how defensive Bonda Gang is playing in the mid side, no, but they're just gonna stack, and that's I
Revealing
don't
area.
think that's gonna look good. This might just be match for Bonda Gang.
And here it is. This might be the last round. Doxa, but Ronit finds 2. White Shadows. They've successfully taken over A, or have they? And there's a spray aura, Sports Armand. Reku with the revenge kill.
You will not kill my ally.
White Shadows. It seems like they don't want out. But Yul is going to revive Aura. Reku immediately takes him out. Empress is on. There goes the drone. Just to give a little bit of information, Yul spots Reku. Gonna take this one slow. Paddox finds one Hertzy. And there it is, Yul with the clutch. Nicely done. And that's Bonda Gang with 13 rounds, 2-6. Probably not this time for White Shadows. And congratulations, Bonda Gang. They will move on to the round of 32.
Yeah, like really well played by Bonda Gang, and I don't want to take anything from White Shadows because honestly, I do believe that that match was more of Bonda Gang just playing better rather than White Shadows playing bad. White Shadows did seem to have their strategy on point with the way they were collapsing through mid and trying to get these 3-2-man pushes into a site. They just, I think, succumbed to pressure, which is perfectly normal. Like in such a big tournament, at this stage of the tournament, I really hope they come back next time because I really want to see this White Shadows lineup learn from what they've played here and sort of get better.
All right, Paddox with a 304 combat score. Definitely the MVP. And as long as he keeps it up, get more MVPs, you can get goodies and prizes for being the top MVPs of the tournament. That was a good match to watch. White Shadows, GG well played, I would say. They did try, like you could see that they were trying really hard, but Bonda Gang was so unexpected. The amount of discipline that they showed. Now let's go into AMD's Relive the Moment and talk a little bit more about that match. Now, as I was saying, Bonda Gang with the discipline and the coordination, we have not seen a team play so aggressive yet passive at the same time. If it looks like after 20 seconds, if they know a push is not going to work, they rotate immediately and they go for another opportunity with the setup. They are quick to set their smokes up. And it seems like they know the directions of where the enemy will come. And that just shows strong communication.
Yeah, patience seems to be the name of the game for Bonda Gang, and I mean, it perfectly fits in with their name, right? To get the perfect Bondas, you have to be patient with the way you're frying them and the way you're cooking them. So, like, I'm really glad to see this team play. I'm really glad to see them move on because this sort of style that they have adopted is going to be really, really good against the even better teams that we're going to see in the later of this stages of the tournament. Because what they do is basically they rely on these tiny bits of information to play mind games with the opponent. Like right here in this round, Aura, he managed to get the double kill. Normally, Aura would be pushing in to be short, but that specific round, he just holds back, expecting his opponents to like sort of come to him. He gets that double kill for free, and then I Am Paradox is just able to clean up. So like, brilliant play. And for me, this shows like they must have a really, really good in-game leader to be making such calls and to be making like the call to rotate and to like wrap around or collapse. And I'm really excited for them to go up against even bigger teams.
For sure. I can't wait to see what they can pull off. So congratulations once again to Bonda Gang for moving on to the round of 32. Now, guys, today is day 6, round of 64, and this is the end of the first half. We will be back at 8 p.m. with the second half and 3 more matches that we are going to stream. Now, this is the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series you're watching, powered by JBL Quantum Gaming headsets and AMD. Do check out our socials. Links are all in the description. If you want to go shopping, links are there too. You can get products from our sponsors, and there is a 10% off JBL code. You can see that both myself and CA are wearing. So if you want one for yourself, use that code, buy something. Do subscribe to this channel, like this stream, click that bell icon so you get notifications when we are live with the second half. Until then, stay tuned and hopefully we see you again.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're young, I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.